Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we have more of a serious video, more of a maybe a little help video for you guys. Maybe you guys are going through some mental health problems and maybe, you don't know what to do or how to fix it, who to talk to. Well, I'm here today to help you guys figure out exactly what to do, who you can talk to, and maybe some other little things that could help you along the way as well. I'm also going to give you guys some inspiring quotes that I found from some very inspiring people who have really thrive through helping people with mental health. And um, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, be sure to drop a like, subscribe. I have a second channel going live. It's called Dakota Gaming. I have a lot of the gaming content on there. So this channel will be primarily vlogs and singing. So if you always want to stay here for that, you can. If you want to go over there, you can as well. So we're going to start this video off. And it's basically just mental health, how to recover from it, what you can do. And we're just going to jump right into it. So the first thing people need to know is, what is mental health? What is the definition of mental health? And I feel like a lot of people get this messed up, and it's not really an easy thing to know because it's very broad. And I'm just going to give you guys the most simple definition for mental health. Mental health is a person's condition with regard to their physiological and emotional well-being. So basically, it means being able to control your emotions and basically make sure that they're not getting overflown or anything like that. That's basically what that means. Now, I'm going to let you guys know of a celebrity quote that is inspiring in ways, and it's by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His quote is very impactful, and maybe it could help you guys going through something. And I always like to add things in videos like these that can help people. Maybe it's not my quote, but it's someone who has high reputability, and hopefully it comes back to you and you can understand it. So the quote is, and I quote, "I found that with depression, one of the most important things you can realize is that you're not alone, you're not the first to go through it, and you're not going to be the last." Now, that's very good. That's a very good quote. Nobody, you yourself, if you're going through depression or mental health problems, you're not the first one. You're not going to be the last one. It's not the end for you. There's definitely ways that you can get through this, and I will explain. But it's really not hard to understand that nothing is set in stone with you. You can always overcome whatever obstacle you get through. All you have to do is keep your eye on the ball and keep moving forward. That's all it is. Now, I'm going to let you know how can you realize if your mental health is bad. Okay? Now, by bad, I mean if you don't have a stable mental health. So basically, if your condition is not great and your emotional well-being is not great, right? These are ways that you can realize if those things are going on. Now, one of those things is being anxious or worried all the time. Now, if you're being anxious and worried, maybe it's, due to stress, or, maybe you have a test coming up or finals, maybe, wherever you are, maybe, maybe your job's shutting down, or something like that. If you realize these things, you know, I'll let you know exactly how you can fix that here in a second. I'm just letting you know how you can tell if it's bad. Another way is if you're feeling depressed or unhappy. These are pretty straightforward. So, another one is depression is sadness, lack of motivation and energy, and losing interest in something you would normally enjoy. So for me, when I was going through mental health problems, I had a lack of motivation to do certain things, and I lost the love of singing, and that's something that I've always enjoyed doing from the beginning of my life. It's never something I ever intended on giving up on, and I haven't given up on it, and I'm not going to. It just, when I was going through the mental health problems that I was going through, it felt like music was needing to be put behind, and it just never really, it just never felt the same after going through it. And um, it sucks going through this. That's probably one of the worst things that could happen going through mental health problems, because it really demotivates you for doing what you want to do, and maybe your career track is going great, and then all of a sudden you just get hit with this, and it sucks. It really does. Um, but again, we just have to keep going. Another way you can realize if your mental health is bad is loss of sleep. Maybe you have emotional outbursts. You're quiet or withdrawn. So, maybe you're just not talking, and maybe you're just being antisocial abnormally, right? Maybe you have weight changes or appetite changes, Maybe you're eating certain things, or maybe you can't eat certain things that you normally would be able to, or maybe that you love to eat. Substance abuse, probably one of the biggest ones. If you're going through mental health, substance abuse is probably one of the worst things that you can do. But people do it because their their mental health is unstable, and you know all of those things can let you know if your mental health is unstable or bad, or maybe it's not great. Those are things that you can do. Um, Now, on the flip side, how can you tell if it's good? Well, normally someone could say, well, it's just the opposite of that, but very, very well. Now, how do you know if it's good? Commitment to the truth. Basically, you know what's right, you know what's wrong, and you commit to that. Um, and, you do what's right for you, and you don't second guess yourself. You don't put yourself in a bad position based off of your emotions. That's one of the big ones. The next one is tolerance. If you have good tolerance and you can handle things that, maybe maybe something is really bugging you, and you're able to handle that and put it aside, and keep focusing on what you're trying to do, that's a great picture, a great example of tolerance. Patience, kind of the same thing, literally pretty much the same thing. Being able to hold on and withstand whatever you're going through and not overthinking it. Vitality, which vitality is basically just being more alive and engaged. So basically, getting involved in doing things that you would normally do every day without question. Self control, so taking responsibility and knowing what you're doing is just right, and if you do something wrong, that you will take responsibility for that, and not overthink it. And the last one is love, and I don't mean just love others, but love yourself. Most importantly, if you don't love yourself, and you don't you know and you don't love what you're doing, and you don't support yourself, you are your biggest supporter. If you don't support yourself and you don't love yourself, then you're already off on the wrong foot. You just got to enjoy what you're doing, and you got to give it with all your heart. So those are ways that you can tell if your mental health is good. And for me personally, these are pretty good for how I can tell if my mental health is good. For me, it's more if I can enjoy the things that I do. That's probably the biggest one. If I enjoy the things that I'm doing, and if I'm happy with where I am in life, then my mental health is usually in a pretty good state, and I can accomplish anything that I think about doing. Yeah, that's basically it for that. Now, ways that you can fix your mental health. There's a lot of different ways that you can fix your mental health. It really comes down to you committing to wanting to fix your mental health, and it's really just comes down to you. You can always get help. Don't forget that mental health is probably one of the hardest things to get through. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna cover it up. You do have to get through it, and these are ways that you can do that. Eat nutritious meals. Um, Eat things that can help your brain, brain food. Things like that. Um, this one: avoid smoking and vaping. um, and seek counseling if you need help stopping it. If you are doing it, it's smoking and vaping. I could go over it 1,000 times and people won't listen, but you can do what you want. But these are ways, if you are going through mental health, maybe just stop them for now. If you don't want to, just at least stop them for now to get through your mental health problems. It's not going to help by keep doing it. Um, it's one of the worst ways because it can stop your thoughts. It can make you think ways that, you know, are negative and unmotivating, and it can really put you down, and take away what you really want. Um, Drinking plenty of water. So basically, it's like getting plenty of oxygen. You need oxygen to breathe, right? You need air to live, and um, water is pretty much the same thing. If you don't have enough water or liquids in your body, it could, slow down your brain. You could, not think straight. You couldn't concentrate at all. You could get headaches, migraines, certain things like that, from not drinking enough water. Another thing is exercise. I know that might sound a little crazy, but exercise indeed is a great way to fix your mental health. Because when you go and exercise, you know, what you should do is not think about whatever you're going through, right? Whatever is causing your mental health to be unstable or not in a good spot, what you need to do is do something that would get your mind off of it. And exercise is probably one of the best ways to get your mind off of whatever is causing your mental health to not be great, right? And then the last one for ways to fix it is get sleep. I know a lot of people are out there getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep, maybe even 2, 3, or 1, or maybe none. But you know, sleep is one of the most important things that you need to stay focused and stay energized throughout your day, and a lot of people overlook that. I know it's a lot of fun to stay up late and go to parties and you know do whatever, right? But at the end of the day, you got to really remember that by doing that you're hurting yourself. And I mean, if your sleep schedule is if you're getting like 8 hours of sleep a day, then you should be fine, right? Um, but if you're staying up till like 2 a.m. in the morning, and you have to wake up, for work at like 6, um, you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, and that's not enough. It will catch up to you, and it won't look great, and it sucks. I know a lot of us wish that we could just stay up every single day and accomplish everything that we want to do, and just keep doing what we want to do. I know that's a lot of fun. Trust me, I've been there, done that. But I had to fix my mental health, and these are ways that I've done that, and these are ways that everybody else has to do it as well. Well, you don't have to, but these are great ways to help, very much so. Now, in terms of everyday things that you can do to help fix mental health and really connect with yourself again if you're losing it, is just calm your mind and body. Basically, just take deep breaths, listen to music, take showers or baths, dim the lights, and really just don't give yourself a headache, right? And then, of course, quietness. I know quietness and separation is one of the best things, and for me, that was one of the hardest things to get. When I was going through it, it was really hard to get quietness and separation, which is why I think my mental health was in a really bad spot. But at the end of the day, yes, you do need separation. You can't be being overwhelmed and clustered by everything going on. You really do need separation, and it is one of the most overlooked things, I feel like, when it comes to having stable mental health and things like that. Another thing is enjoy your alone time. When you do have this, you need to really do things that you can do alone and that you enjoy doing. Again, you might, like I said before, if you lose the will or interest in doing something, right? You got to find it, and maybe if you don't like doing that anymore, um, just do something that you know you enjoy. There's got to be something. There's always something. Um, there was for me, and I did it for sure. Another thing is socialize. Um, Maybe, and this is different for every person. Maybe you do need the quiet time. Maybe you do need the alone time, but some people may get better by socializing with other people. Maybe if it's family, friends, maybe people they've never talked to before. Maybe it's a counselor that maybe it's a teacher or a boss, or maybe a professor, right? It could be any of those things, and it's definitely helpful to reach out and talk to somebody just to not let yourself hurt by what you're going through. Just to have an ear there to help listen is probably one of the best things to have. And I didn't have one of those things. Um, so be sure that you put yourself in a position where you can have one of those things. Make sure you have a stable friendship and stable communications with the person that you want to rely on, so to speak. Um, and then the last one for helping yourself with mental health is join clubs or sports. Um, it's a way to get your mind off things for sure. And you know, let's say you enjoy golf. It's a relaxing sport. Just you swing the stick, you hit the ball. Hole in one. It should be fun, right? If you enjoy it. Um, but those are ways. Maybe you enjoy the outdoors. Go hunting or go hiking, something like that. It doesn't really have to be a school sport. It could be anything. Um, and in terms of joining clubs, maybe you want to join pool. It could be anything really. Maybe you want to join basketball or anything like that. It really could be anything, and it's completely up to you. But that's definitely a great way to get your mind off of things, to understand exactly what it is that you're going through. Um, and lastly, I guess to end off this video, uh, you know, I for me, mental health it's a big thing for me, and it's something that I definitely take a lot of pride in wanting to help others get through their mental health. It's definitely not easy. I know it's not easy. I've been there. I've done that, and it's not gonna get easier unless you do the things that are here that I'm telling you. Um, and and if you do need help, really look online for some quotes. Maybe come back to this video when you're going through it, and maybe it could help you. I'm not sure. Anything works. Anything works, right? You just got to find it in yourself to understand what you're going through, and then once you understand that, you got to do things that can fix it. And if you ever need to reach out, I'm here. I can be an ear for you. Just put something in the comments. Just maybe one of the biggest things you're going through. Put it in the comments. And if you don't want to say it in public, just I'm always here. There's many ways you can get a hold of me. Via it's Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be. I'm always here. I want you guys to be healthy. I want you guys to succeed, as much as I know you all want me to as well. So I guess with that being said, that's gonna wrap up the video. Um, I'm excited, guys, for what this video has in store. And I guess the biggest picture for this entire mental health segment is recovery is possible. Nothing is impossible if you keep your eye on the ball and keep going forward. Nothing is impossible. I promise you that. I promise you that. If you want to be an NFL quarterback, get out there and start slinging the ball. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, you got to put the work in. It's not easy, but recovery is possible. Remember that. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe. And again, like I said before, my second channel, if you want to see any more gaming content, there will be no more on this channel. If you guys want to see any more gaming content, you will find that on Dakota Mandoni Gaming. You'll have to go over there to find that. Now, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. I should have another video coming up next week. And that video is going to entail... maybe it'll be my story. Maybe it'll be 50 facts about me. Maybe it won't be even 50 facts. I don't know. I'm going to try and come up with as many facts as I can. But I know a lot of you guys are very interested in my story because it is a very interesting story. And I know a lot of you guys do know it, but you don't know the full story. When I tell the story, I take about 10 seconds to tell the story. The story is probably going to take me about 15 to 20 minutes because I will probably be emotional in the story. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you all next week. Peace out.